Hello guys, welcome to the lecture 62 of deep learning series. Till now we have discussed the forward propagation in recurrent neural networks. Okay, so next we have to discuss the back propagation in recurrent neural networks. Okay, so in between this forward and backward propagation, we have another important and small topic, that is different types of recurrent neural networks. Okay, so this topic is important because the back propagation acts differently in different types of recurrent neural networks. Okay, so that is why we need to discuss this different types of neural networks. Okay, so let's start with that. Okay, so first let us see what are the different types of recurrent neural networks. So the very first we have is many to one type of recurrent neural network. Okay, so second we have one to many, and third many to many. So these are the three different types of recurrent neural networks. Okay, so let's start with our first type, that is many to one type of recurrent neural network. Okay, so in this many to one type of recurrent neural network, we'll be sending sequence of inputs, but the output is a non-sequential output. Okay, so we'll be sending sequential inputs, that is as maybe a long sentence, and the output will be a single word or an image. Okay, so this is many to one type of architecture. Okay, so first let us see a basic example, and then we'll be trying to understand the architecture of many to one. Okay, so in many to one type of architecture, in many to one type we'll be having basically sentiment analysis, movie rating prediction. Okay, so these are the basic examples for many to type of architecture. So sentiment analysis, what actually you do in sentiment analysis is, first you send a sequence of input. Okay, you just send a sequence of input, and then the output prediction is either positive or negative. Okay, positive sentiment or negative sentiment. Okay, so in movie rating prediction, what we'll be doing, we'll be sending an entire review as the input, and the output is an rating prediction. Okay, so it may be the rating 4 or rating 5 or rating positive or rating negative. Okay, so this is the movie rating prediction task. Now let us see the architecture of many to one type of recurrent neural network. So the many to type recurrent neural network is very much simple. Okay, we have already discussed in the forward propagation task. So let us see once again. So we'll be having various recurrent layers, and we'll be sending inputs continuously, so x3 and so on up to xn, and we'll be having multiple hidden states for each of the input, h3, and this is so on up to hn. So this is our output prediction. Okay, here you can see that we are sending continuous sequential input. This x1, x2, x3 and so on up to xn are my different words. Okay, different words in the sequence, and output I am getting it as hn, that is a single word. Okay, single word as an output. So this is many to one type of recurrent neural network. Okay, it is basically very simple. We'll be just sending sequential input, and we'll be getting a single word as an output. Okay, we have already discussed about this many to one type of recurrent neural network in our forward propagation task, so that is why I'm not going into this much. So let us discuss about our second type of recurrent neural network, that is one to many. So as the name suggests, we'll be giving a single input. Okay, just an non-sequential input, so the output will be a sequential. Okay, input is non-sequential and the output is sequential. So the best task for this is image captioning, and the second could be music generation. Okay, music generation. So first I'll be explaining you the entire architecture, and then we'll be seeing an example through this. So the architecture goes like this. We'll be sending a single input, that is x1. Okay, so in one to many type of architecture, we'll be only having a single input, that is x1, and we'll be continuously generating the outputs. Okay, first we'll be sending an input, and then we'll be starting generation of the outputs. Okay, we'll be seeing that sequential outputs at the output layer. Okay, so y1, y2, y3 and so on up to y. Okay, you can see that just I'm single input I'm sending into my recurrent neural network, and I'm getting continuous sequential output. So I have said you that the best example is image caption task, right? So in image captioning, what we'll be doing is, let's say we have an image, okay, a boy is playing a cricket, okay, this is the image of a boy is playing a cricket. We'll be taking this image and we'll be sending it over here, okay, we'll be just sending it over here. Now what our recurrent neural network does is, it entirely processes the image, okay, it entirely processes the image and continuously generates a sequence of output. Okay, what output it generates? A boy is playing a cricket, okay, a boy is playing a cricket, let's say in a garden, okay, in a garden, a boy is playing a cricket in a garden. Okay, so this is the output. You can see that I have just sent a single non-sequential input, but at the output side I have got a sequence. Okay, I have just got a sequence. Okay, same goes with the music generation as well. Okay, just a single input will be sent at the input side and continuous music tones will be generated at the output side. So this is one-to-many type of recurrent neural network. And third we have is, okay, third we have is many-to-many type of recurrent neural network. Now in this many-to-many type of recurrent neural network, we'll be having two types. Okay, first is same length and second is variable length. So okay, so same length many-to-many recurrent neural network and variable length many-to-many recurrent neural network. Okay, first we'll be seeing what is same length many-to-many. Okay, first actually we'll be discussing what is many-to-many type of recurrent neural network, and then we'll be seeing about same length and variable length. Okay, so as the name suggests, many-to-many is nothing but we'll be having continuous sequential input, and at the output we'll be generating continuous sequence as well. Okay, the input side will be having continuous sequence, at the output side will be having continuous sequence. Okay, so this is many-to-many type of recurrent neural network. So first let us discuss about first type, that is same length. Same length type of many-to-many recurrent neural network. So the same length is nothing but the input size sequence. Okay, so the input length sequence is equal to output length sequence. Okay, so let's say the input length sequence is n. Okay, so that particular input you have sent into your recurrent neural network and output is generated, and the generated output is also of same length, that is n. Okay, so input length is equal to the output length. Okay, input length is equal to output length sequence. Now let us see the architecture of this particular type. Let's say we have 4 recurrent layers, and this is my input x1. Okay, I'm continuously sending my input. Okay, I'm just continuously sending my input, and the output is also continuous. Okay, I'm just continuously sending my input and the output is also continuous. So if I send x1, I'll be getting y1 output and continuously y2 output and y3 output. Let's say it's xn, and I'll be getting yn as the output. Okay, so this is the same length type of architecture. Okay, so xn. Okay, so the sequence length. Okay, so if the sequence length is n, so the output sequence length is also n. So input length sequence is equal to output length sequence. Okay, so the best example for this type of task is parts of speech tagging. Okay, parts of speech tagging. So what we actually do in this task is, we'll be just sending a sequence. Let's say my name is Nandu. So let's say I have sent this sequence. Okay, my goes here, name goes here, is goes here, and Nandu goes here. Now the output will be generated such that now my has some parts of speech, right? Okay, let's say my is some it may be some pronoun. Okay, I don't exactly know. Let's say it's an pronoun, and name is some parts of speech, and is some parts of speech, and Nandu is obviously no. Okay, I'm poor with parts of speech. So first I'll be sending the you can see that I'm sending word by word sequence into my recurrent neural network, and the word by word output is also being generated. Okay, for my one parts of speech is being generated at the output. Okay, let's say y1, this is pronoun, and y2, the parts of speech of noun comes over here, and the parts of speech of is comes over here, and the parts of speech of Nandu comes over here. Okay, so in this way output will be generated. Okay, so the second best example here is named entity recognition. Okay, so we'll be just we'll be just naming the entities in our sequence. Okay, so what we'll be doing here, we'll be just sending the entire sequence over here. Let's say I'm playing cricket at Dubai. Okay, I'm playing cricket at Dubai. Okay, let's say if I send this sequence as the input, what my recurrent neural network does is it entirely processes the input. Okay, just entirely processes the input and generates the entities. Okay, what it does is it generates the entities, like Dubai is an country, so in this way it generates the entities for each of the word. Okay, so this is the named entity recognition task, and it's a most famous NLP task as well. So we'll be discussing about this named entity recognition in the further videos. So this is the best example for same length type of recurrent neural network. Okay, same length many to many type of recurrent neural network. Okay, always remember the input length sequence. Okay, so the input sequence, okay, input sequence length is equal to output sequence length in same length type of recurrent neural network. Okay, so next we have is variable length. So as the name suggests, the input is not equal to output. Okay, input length is not equal to output length. Okay, first let us see the architecture and then we'll be understanding the examples in detail. Let's say we have our architecture of this way. Okay, we have our architecture which only contains 4 recurrent neural networks. Okay, now I'll be sending my inputs continuously. Okay, first I'll be sending my entire inputs. So if I assume this as xn, then my output starts generating. Okay, after sending the entire sequence as the input, my output starts generating. Okay, so y1, y2, y3, y4 and so on up to yn. Okay, so if the input sequence length is m, then the output sequence length is n. Okay, so the input sequence length is not equal to the output sequence length in a variable length many to many type of architecture. You can see that first my entire sequence is being sent into the recurrent neural network. Okay, you can see that these are the very 4 layers. So I have drawn it double time because to make you understand in very detail. Okay, first my entire sequence goes into the recurrent neural network and then my output starts generating. Okay, so after the entire completion of the input, then my output starts generating. Okay, you can see that if I only have this till xn, I'll be having this till xm. Okay, sorry, ym. So y1, y2, y3, y4 and so on up to yn. So here even here also we have input as a sequence and output as a sequence. So the best example here is machine translation. Okay, machine translation is nothing but language translation. Okay, you basically convert from English to Hindi. So this is nothing but machine translation task. So let's understand with an example. My name is Nandu. Okay, you can see that it contains 4 words. So first my goes over here, name goes over here, and is goes over here, and Nandu goes over here. Okay, and next at the output, okay, after entire processing of the input, okay, understand, after entire processing of the input, then output starts generating. Now at the output, okay, at the output, what let me just stop this. Yeah, now at the output the sequence will be of this kind. Okay, Mera Naam Nandu. Mera Naam Nandu. Okay, so you can see that at the input sequence, if I have the length as 4, at the output sequence I only have the length as 3. So the input sequence is not equal to the output sequence. Okay, so this is basically variable length many to many type of recurrent neural network. Okay, so you may have a doubt that why the architecture is of this way. Okay, so the architecture is of this kind because first I'll be sending the entire input sequence into my recurrent neural network. Okay, so what my recurrent neural network does with this entire sequence is it tries to extract the contextual meaning. Okay, it tries to extract the contextual meaning inside the input sequence. Okay, inside the input sequence, and then after understanding the entire conceptual meaning, okay, entire conceptual meaning in the entire sequence, then it starts to generate the output. Okay, now a machine translation. Okay, machine translation is a task where you don't generate the output word by word. Okay, now for my you don't like convert it to Hindi, and for name you don't directly convert it to Hindi, and for East you don't directly convert it to Hindi, and for Nandu you don't directly convert it, like basically you don't do it word by word. Okay, after understanding the entire conceptual meaning inside the input sequence, then you try to generate the output. Okay, so if I try to generate word by word in this machine translation task, then what happens you see. Okay, now my, mera, naam, I don't know what is means. Okay, so mera naam something. Okay, mera naam, and I'll be having something. You're just trying to understand, right? Okay, the entire grammatical meaning changes. Okay, the entire grammatical meaning changes. Okay, it doesn't the words doesn't organize in a proper manner, because the words in English are organized according to that grammar, and words in Hindi are organized according to their grammar. Okay, so the entire grammar is different. Okay, entire grammar in both this is different. Okay, so the way they organize is also different. Okay, so the way words organize is also different. So that is why first you need to understand the entire sequence. Okay, so first you send the entire input to the recurrent neural network, it understands the entire conceptual meaning in it, and then tries to generate the output. Okay, so that is why it is variable length type of architecture. Okay, you don't know the exact output size length. Okay, you don't exactly know the output size length, but you know the input size length. Okay, so this is basically many to many variable recurrent neural network. Okay, so these are our main three types. First is many to one, one to many, and many to many, and people say there is also a fourth type, that is one to one. But this one to one is not type of recurrent neural network. Okay, because in one to one, if you see, we send a single word, okay, something, a non-sequential thing as an input, and we are getting a non-sequential thing as an output. Okay, input is non-sequential and output is non-sequential, so it doesn't come under RNN. Okay, it does not come under RNN, so it basically comes under ANN or CNN. Okay, ANN or CNN. Okay, one to one type of architecture comes under ANN or CNN, where you send an input image. Okay, input image is being sent, and at the output image is being classified as cat or dog. Okay, so this is the one to one type of architecture. Okay, so these are only three different types of recurrent neural networks: one to one, many to one, and one to many, and many to many type of architectures. Okay, so hope you guys like this video. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.